So good morning and welcome to day 20 of our daily wellness. So we're going to do a meditation today. Make yourself nice and comfortable however you want. So today I'm just sitting in a regular straight back chair. I've got my blanket, I've got a bit of a cushion if you want a bit of a cushion. Do whatever you want to do to make yourself nice and comfortable. And start to settle in. You know the routine now. Take a moment to connect with how your body feels. Connect with your breath. Start to let the tensions and the stresses and strains of the day the day thus far, if you've been up a while. If you haven't, then the strains of yesterday that might still be hanging around, or the anxieties about what you might face later on today. I can't get comfortable. Okay, I put my feet up. Okay, so take a moment to get yourself comfortable. Let go of anything that you're holding on to, any of these thoughts, just let them go. And connect with your breath. Take a moment to connect with the natural rhythm of your breathing. And then start to deepen it a little bit. If you want to, you can close the eyes or keep them open and the gaze soft for a moment. Good, and then we're all going to close our eyes. Listen to the sound of your breath, and the sound of my voice, and the music. And thinking for a moment about this isolation. And yes, it can be very difficult, but it can also be an incredible experience. Sometimes when we isolate, we can discover new things, we can explore new places within ourselves. We'll see things that we couldn't see before. So we're going to take a guided meditation today of a situation where you may also be isolated but see something amazing. So with your eyes closed, start to imagine that you are an astronaut. Let's go back to being a kid when you dreamed you could be anything and you visualize those things. Let's imagine that we're an astronaut. And as an astronaut, you are on a one-man mission to the moon, or one-woman mission. Visualize that you're sitting in your rocket or your spaceship. Take a moment to look around your little spaceship. Notice how everything's nice and crisp and clean, everything's quite white. Notice this sensation of weightlessness. Very different sensation to anything you've known before. And this sense of peace. There is literally nothing anywhere near you to interrupt your sense of peace. There are no people other than your own ship. There are no rockets or cars or planes. There's no work to do. Your work is to be transported to the moon. Feeling this deep sense of peace and purpose. Knowing that although there's nothing to do right now, you're moving towards something amazing. And as you look out of the little window in your rocket, you can see the Earth miles and miles and miles away. And then the control panel tells you that you're getting closer to the moon and to prepare yourself for your landing. And visualize yourself putting on your space suit, stepping into it, getting yourself set up, putting the suit on, putting the helmet on, checking that everything is sealed, everything is properly put on and safe and secure. Feel that excitement start to build up. And then the rocket touches down on the moon. I'm sure this is exactly how it happens. And you open the little hatch, the little door, and you step down the ladders, down the 3, 2, 1 steps. Feel that connection of moon under your foot. Feel that weightlessness as you turn away from your ship and start to walk across the moon's surface. Notice how each step can be like a leap. Almost with a little hop you can travel so far. Feel that freedom from gravity. Freedom from the rules of the regular Earth. Become aware of each leap and then of that connection to moon, and a leap, and the connection to moon. As you look around, noticing the gravelly texture of the moon's surface. Notice all the little indents, all the little craters. And as you look further around, you can see bigger craters, bigger chunks of gravel or rock, and what looks like a bit of a hill in front of you. And you decide to go up the hill to get a better view all around, noticing that even going uphill, quite a steep hill, is easy because there's no gravity, or not so much. Leaping up the hill. And as you come to the top, you look around and you see such an incredible landscape. Mountains and craters as far as the eye can see, with black in the distance and more stars than you ever imagined there were, ever imagined that you would see. Take a moment to feel the vastness of it, the incredible sensation that you are experiencing right now, that you never would have been able to experience without the journey, the isolation and the hardship. And as you turn and look back the other direction, you see the Earth far off in the distance. And as you move to one side, you feel a little rock underfoot. Then you pick the rock up and you decide to throw it and see how far you can throw and how long it will take. As you pull your arm back, you release the rock in an upward arch. 1. And you watch it arch and you decide to throw another, and you pick up a bigger rock. Throw in that rock. Number 2. And then you choose a third rock, an even bigger one, to see how big you can throw. This is this thing of, oh, there's no gravity. I can feel like the Terminator. So you pick up this big rock, and then you really watch every part of the movement as you throw your rock, imagine you take your weight back and you throw up. 10. As the rock leaves your hands and is still arching up into the sky. 9. See it twisting and turning against the black backdrop. 8. Still turning as we come towards the top of the arch. 7. Notice the light glinting off it. 6. And it starts to make its way down the arch on the other side. 5. Watching it twist and turn, this huge rock moving through the air. 4. Coming closer down towards the earth. 3. Notice how far it's gone and it's still going. 2. And the rock connects with the earth. 1. The moon, actually, sorry. Never mind. See your rock rolling still along the surface of the moon. Coming to a stop. And taking a moment to think about what an incredible journey that was, to see a massive rock, to throw a huge rock, to feel like a superhero. And you sit down on the top of your hill, looking at the earth in wonder. Looking at the patterns of the blue ocean and the land masses, and the clouds swirling around the atmosphere. And taking a moment to remember the hustle and bustle of earth, the stresses, the noise, the people everywhere. And then take a moment to smile, because you have some peace now, some time to journey your own way. Breathing nice and deep. Connecting with you, your breath, your body, your thoughts. And knowing that you will be going back to earth, and that hustle and bustle will resume, and life will resume. But you can take a little bit of this peace with you. Become comfortable with this peace, with this isolation. This is where we grow, where we learn, and where we truly get to know ourselves. Looking forward to the day when you can take this knowledge and this ability to be alone and to enjoy aloneness back into your everyday life, to create more balance and harmony. As you imagine closing your eyes, let the moon and the space slowly drift away, and bring some awareness back into your body now. What positioning is your body in? One. Notice the feel of your clothes against your skin. 2. Notice if you're making any facial expressions. 3. Do you feel warm or cold? 4. Can you feel the chair or the earth or ground or a bed underneath you? 5. Wiggling your fingers and toes. 6. Lift the corners of your mouth in a smile. 7. Take a little bit of a bigger fidget. 8. taking that into a nice big stretch, 9. And then gently batting the eyelids open and coming back to the here and now, 10. Taking a few beats to let that sink in. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you tomorrow for our next dose of daily wellness.